Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Adonis X, and this is part 2 of Ratchet Females. Now, last time, we spoke about, we left off with constant manipulation. Spoke about constant manipulation, how they're constantly trying to get things from you, things of that nature. Now, I'm going to talk about the fact that a lot of them have no drive to do more than where they're at. You understand? So, for instance, you might have some that say, hey, I want to do this with my life. I want to do that. I want to do this. But show you no drive and effort to do it at all. I mean, they'll talk about it all day, but they won't necessarily make that, move to go take care of it, to go do what needs to be done in order to further themselves in the future. So you got to keep that in mind as far as they have no drive. And if you have a drive, they might try to sabotage it. You might be studying for work. They constantly like, babes, why you don't spend time with me? Come watch this show with me. Like, babes, I got this homework for this class project that I got. I'm a little older, so I took online classes, so I'm trying to stay focused. I haven't been to school for a while, so please allow me to, do my thing. You never spend any time with me. You always focusing on this. You care about your school more than you care about me. Are you serious? If I get an education and improve where I'm at, ultimately you will benefit from this. So instead of letting me do what I have to do, because this is the thing, ratchet females understand that they're ratchet and they are so fearful of someone else of caliber snatching you up. They're willing to do whatever. If you need a car, and they have the money for the car, and they know as a team, if you get the car, you're going to build them. They don't want you to have the car because they understand that if you have the car, other women will see you with the car, see your caliber, and want you for themselves. And then you'll see, wow, my girl is ratchet compared to everyone else I'm seeing. So keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind. Now, they're ignorant to a fault, and they will most likely stay brain dead. I mean, ignorance. For instance, I had a situation where this woman I was dating, Ratchet, was driving a car, backs up into a car. Literally backs up, doesn't use her rear view, doesn't look back, doesn't do any of that. Backs up to the car, then gets upset at the person she backed up into. Almost gonna pull off. I had to get out and, just remedy everything. But that's another thing. When it comes to ratchets, they won't listen to you a lot of times. And then when they get into a situation, they come to you to fix it. So keep that in mind too. They will mess something up, clearly didn't listen. Hey babes, make sure you change that tire on your car today, because if not, it may blow because it's hardly any type of protection on it. No, the rubber is pretty much ran down. Okay, sure, no problem. Or they'll say something like, the car is good, I can drive it anywhere, yakety smackety. Okay, sure. Do your thing. They go out, their tire blows. Hey, babes, hey, what's up? Can you come get me? Hey, where you at? I'm on the side of the road, my tire exploded. Wait, which tire? Hello? Which tire? Because they don't want to say which tire exploded. But we all know which tire exploded. So you got to keep that in mind as well. Because if you're with someone that's ignorant to a fault, they're not listening, they have no type of listening ability. And a lot of them can't listen. They can hear, but they can't listen. Hey, babes, you just hear what I said? Yeah, I heard what you said. What I said? See, I'm not a kid. You don't gotta test me. You ain't my teacher. But don't listen to them. And then they'll be like, oh, you ain't listening to me. What I just say? Then tell me what I said. You see? You could just let something go. I'm like, whatever. But they won't. They'll jump on you, hound you, mess with you. Bro, females, if you like to dabble, you lesbians, whatever, stay away from ratchets. Stay away. Gentlemen, stay away from ratchets, please. If you do not, it's going to be critical to a fault. And I'm telling you, I'm a living testimony. Luckily, I didn't get cut or anything like that, or arrested and things. I mean, but it happens. They will call the cops on you or for nothing, lie on you. Look how much stuff we see on World Star. Look at how, I mean, every day we're seeing things. They're showing us this is Ratchets. And I know they say Ratchets come in all shapes, sizes, colors, creeds, and everything. You got trailer trash type Ratchets and, you know, things like that. And some people say, hey, get on Ratchet, or Ratchet is the new ghetto. I don't really know about that. Because sometimes when you think of ghetto, you think of innovative. And, for instance, you know, the hanger on your TV, that's, some people might look at it as ghetto, but that's innovation. You see what I'm saying? But that's not Ratchet. Because you want to watch the game, you make your, you know, your TV situation work, boom, now you're watching the game. You know, so that's innovative. Some people might call it ghetto, but that's innovation. You know, Ratchet is a whole different breed. Ratchet is the difference between a roach and a slug. You know, roaches is nasty, but they're ghetto. But slugs is disgusting, and they're Ratchet. You understand what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. What else is there? Children. They use their children as sources of income. I forgot the artist's name. She's a nobody though, from L.A. She was talking about, oh, have a baby and get food stamps. You know, food stamps, you could get your hair done with food stamps. You could get this with food stamps. You could pretty much get anything with food stamps, according to this female. And so you're having a whole bunch of babies by random guys, which automatically causes the child to... And I mean, these are facts that I'm about to throw it at you. 80% of a lot of the people that are incarcerated are from single-parent households. When a child has both parents in the household, they're more likely to be a productive citizen in the society. But with Ratchets, one, you have children from all types of colors. You're going to have all types of colors because they have so many different baby daddies, from, oh, this one got good hair, to this one has nasty hair. You look like your daddy. I hate you. But this one, I love you. I treat you great because your daddy was this. Or maybe your daddy's still in the life. You got to keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. What else we got here? You know, they use children as a source of income, as well as keep a lot of the children looking, just bad. Walk around with diapers, in the street, no shoes, it's cold, they got no type of covering on the child, their hair looks a mess, the child looks a mess. Sometimes Ratchets keep themselves up, and they'll keep their children's up too, some of them. Their children will have the latest everything, but they'll be dumb as rocks. They come home, they don't ask the child, what's your homework? Do you have homework today? The teacher has to write notes home saying the child is not doing his homework, help your child with their homework. So got to pretty much educate the parents. Now the parents come, who do you think you are telling me how to raise my kid? She's a teacher. She's a teacher. She's trying to help your child become a more productive citizen in the society. And you have an issue with that? Okay. You know, what else is there? You know, for Christmas, you'll look and you see all the kids with the latest everything. They'll break it in 2 days, and they're still dumb as rocks. Parents won't help them with anything. And that's what we need, our fathers. Because when you deal with Ratchets, usually the mother is lost. The father, on the other hand, just because of his protective instinct, will most likely rear the child in a certain way. Don't get me wrong. If the guy is a Ratchet too, ignorance is ignorance. The child's probably going to have a hard time in life. But if a father is some type of stand-up type of guy, and the mother just happened to be Ratchet, the child, and he's still in the child's life, the child has a better chance of being a productive citizen. A better chance. Not saying it's going to happen, because the mothers are the first teachers, and unfortunately, if the mother who's the first teacher is a Ratchet, the foundation of that child will be Ratchet, unless the father is able to, you know, like really impose his will upon the situation in order to allow the child to have a much better, productive life. So you got to keep that in mind. They'll buy them expensive shoes, Jordans, this, that, and the third, but you won't buy them a $15 hooked on phonics set. What else is there? Yeah, I suppose it almost completely depend on the government. Now, ladies and gents, if you're Ratchet and you're watching this, you know I'm talking about you. Stay out of normal people's lives. Stop trying to ruin normal people's lives. Stay in your Ratchet world. You know a Ratchet dude when you see one. Go towards him. Don't try to get a nice guy and mess him up. You know what I mean? I just happen to have a mix between hood, and consciousness, luckily I have a mix of everything. Luckily I had parents in my life that gave me a pretty good foundation in order for me to, allow myself to grow further as a person. So when I could see a Ratchet, I may indulge in it because that's what I'm used to and that's what I'm used to seeing. But as I got wiser, I said to myself, you know what? I got to separate myself from these sort of women or these type of women because they don't mean anything in my life to me but harm. They don't care. It's all about what can you do for them. And then you look, oh man, let's go back to something with the kids. For you mothers out there teaching your child how to twerk, all you're doing is overly sexualizing your child. You are causing your child to gyrate the bottom of their body in a sexual manner. And then when they see it, they go and watch YouTube and this, that, and the third. And then they start seeing that. And then they start seeing guys liking that. Kids are sponges. And kids are way smarter than we give them credit for. So don't think, oh, my kid don't understand because they're young. Man, you ain't just see that Indian kid, 2 years old, saying all these, speaking all these languages. The other 2-year-old kid riding a skateboard, looking like a little Tony Hawk. Come on. You telling kids aren't smart? You have kids singing the whole song to Beyonce, to Jay-Z, to Lil Wayne. The whole song, the whole album. I'm a fireman. My president is black. My Lambo's blue. These kids singing it. My little nephew sings it. So when you see these things and you're teaching your kid how to twerk, you're doing all these inappropriate things. And that's what we need as fathers. Because no father's going to stand there and just accept that. No father's going to stand and accept that. I don't know what kind of father would. And if you are a father out there and you're accepting that, you need to be hung and beat. You know what I mean? Because the women already lost a lot of these Ratchet females. And if you add on to this crap and don't even think, because I have a son, it's okay for him to do certain, things that allow, like, if somebody's twerking. You ain't see that the Jamaican lady on World Star? She's twerking, and the little boy is coming behind her, doing that grind, you know what I mean? He's a little boy. And then they allowed another young girl to come. The girl had to be no older than maybe 15. This little boy who's probably like 8 starts dubbing on her. And after he dubbed on a grown woman. So you got to keep that in mind. Like, this is not good for our children. This is horrible. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're Ratchet, stay out of regular people's lives. If you're not Ratchet and you've been Ratchet or you're with the Ratchet currently, cut ties. Just real quick, it's going to be hard to just cut off a Ratchet. They're going to try to ruin your life when you do it. Ease out of it. If you can move on a secret sniper mission type, get out of there real quick, do it. Move out, get out of Dodge and go wherever you can. Ratchets will follow you and try to ruin your life. If you have a job and they know about it, they'll try to get you fired. So they'll come there, act a fool until your boss says, you know what, you're company liability at this point. I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go. And then you're just going to get irate, probably put your hands on her, get incarcerated, have that record. Bro, ladies, men, gentlemen, women, stay away from Ratchets. If your friends are Ratchets, stay away from them. That's all I gotta say for now. Please subscribe.